Hey everyone, thank you so much for clicking on this video. The fact that you are willing to sacrifice a few minutes out of your day to consume my content really does mean the world to me. If you are unaware, I review everything that gets released on Netflix. If you're ever curious about a new movie, series, or show, and if you want to know if it's any good or not, come to my channel and I will let you know. Instead, we're going to be talking about the new Thai series, School Tales, the series, which actually acts as an anthology series. Each episode is a brand new story, ultimately taking place in a bunch of different schools, ultimately telling these horror stories. They're all adaptations of horror comics, and for the most part, does a very good job of bringing these comics to life. These are great adaptations, and with the focus on horror, definitely serves their narrative. I think this is, across the board, a series with a real high production quality. There are both positives and negatives to the series, so let's break this down in this review. I'm going to start off with the positives. I think across the board, I said the production quality was very high, and that falls into everything from the editing to the visual effects to the practical effects. The acting as well was really brought to life. We have a lot of teenager actors here, considering the fact that these are all taking place in schools, but they all were able to deliver serviceable performances. I'll say some were definitely stronger than others, but there wasn't a single performance that was so bad it took me out of the experience. I think across the board, everything was of a very high caliber. The practical effects especially really leaned into the gorier side of things, but brought about in a more realistic way. There were one or two shots where you can actually see the practical effects are, a lot more less convincing. But for the most part, they are very, very convincing. You do get that tension, you do get that gore, and you're able to just go, flip, this was well done. Again, of a very high production quality. The special effects as well do a good job. They're limited. This isn't a special effects showcase. This is simply just, general serviceable special effects that are there not to really tell the story, but to just help provide context for the story. But even then are done very, very well. So I think what the show does best is give you what's needed, what's necessary, but never go overboard with it. We're never in a situation where, it's an overabundance of special effects or practical effects. It's ultimately a vehicle for the characters to tell their story, which I thought was great. And then before we get into the negatives, these are just a bit of the neutrals. Of course, so this is a Thai series. Usually Netflix has English dubs available. Currently there are none. So if you're someone that doesn't enjoy watching, native languages or foreign languages and having to watch with subtitles, unfortunately that's the only way for you to watch this film. So I know some of you will be disappointed. So yeah, get used to reading if you want to watch this series. And then another thing is, of course, because it's an anthology series, you don't have characters throughout the whole show that, it's specific characters for specific episodes. And I'm not necessarily usually a fan of that setup. It's the same reason I can't really get into American Horror Stories, because I want to follow characters on their journey, throughout the season. Whereas here, it's just new characters per episode. So that was a little bit jarring. But if you're someone that doesn't necessarily mind that, then it's not going to be a negative for you. Of course, it does lean into the first negative I'm going to bring up, and that is because there's a different variety of stories, different variety of characters, the quality is less consistent. Sometimes you just don't gel well with a specific story, with a specific episode. And the unfortunate, repercussions of that is some episodes you will just enjoy more than others, which is also common in an ordinary series, except you can still watch your characters progress. It's very rare that an entire episode is completely useless to the greater scheme of things. Whereas here, of course, you can just skip certain episodes. If certain episodes don't gel with you, you just don't watch them. But what I would like to say is there was never a case of episodes doing this, being super fantastic and absolutely terrible. Across the board, they were of a consistent quality. Of course, I enjoyed certain episodes more than others, but across the board, they were all within the same vein of quality. So yeah, guys, if you do enjoy horror, if you do actually even enjoy foreign films or foreign ideas or different takes on traditional stories, then definitely check this out. I will say a lot of it feels a little bit cliche at times, but on the flip side of that, it's told in a new, unique, organic way. It's not told from a, traditional Western horror point of view. This is told, it definitely has its own Thai flavor, and that's something I really, really enjoyed. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please give this video a like. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't yet to watch more reviews just like this one.